Good morning everybody, it is finally the weekend, it is Saturday, time to blow off those cobwebs. Although in saying that I do work outside all the time anyway, but I still enjoy running obviously. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a drive out up over the hills in Huddersfield Way and run along in a glorious sunshine hopefully in the lovely countryside. Doing some hill training but at MAF pace, so I'll be trying to stick to about 130 BPM if possible. I might end up walking a little bit to keep the heart rate down, but I'll be doing a detour on the way because every Saturday morning I go down to my local market, get my fruit and veg for the week and save myself some money and obviously help our local market instead of the big supermarket chains. So if you can do that, please do so, and obviously some bargains to be had. You know, it's amazing what you can buy for a few pound. So what I shall do, I shall go down there now, get everything, I'll show you what I've got and for how much, and then we shall go out into the hills. So, we're riding Leeds, it's a lovely morning, bit of cloud, plenty of sun, and I'm off to get my bargains. One thing though I've noticed, for the next 3 weekends, it's going to be free parking in Leeds, so already saving some money. So let's see what we can buy. Well, this is Leeds Outdoor Market. As you can see, it's not particularly busy if you come down early enough. Got all the best stuff you can pick and choose, and in the background, old and new, the new Victoria Gate Centre. Right everyone, back home. Just a quick stop before heading out for a run, and this is what I have bought at the market. Now obviously fruit, vegetables, very important. And there I've spent a total of £4.50. I already had some veg, so I just got a couple of sweet potatoes, got apples, which were 10 for a pound, all these bananas, and all the oranges. And also, I'm a bit of a snacker, and especially when I'm at home, so, I mean, an apple, banana, it'll crave your hunger pangs and stop you eating chocolate and biscuits, etc, etc. So there you go, bargains to be had. Okay everyone, so I've finally arrived at my destination after a bit of a detour. So I'll just show you what I've brought with me. I've got my hydration vest from Jelly Babies, a couple of gels, I may or may not take them, I don't know yet. My glasses, obviously because the sun's out, but not only that, stop the wind getting my eyes because my eyes tend to water a bit and it's quite dry, there's a lot of pollen about and excuse the traffic from when I lay by. And also a couple of bananas, one I'll have now because I'm rather hungry. I had my breakfast a bit early, and also I've got a drink, some carb in blackcurrant that I made up earlier, and my bandana as well, which I'm going to wear to soak up the sweat because I tend to sweat quite a lot. Another tip, if you haven't got a bandana, put some Vaseline across your forehead and it'll stop it running into your eyes. And also today's footwear is the Adidas Adizero Boston 9, which are very light, very comfortable, and they've got the light stripe. It's not a carbon plate, but it does give you a bit of a bounce back, and they're really good to run into. So I shall get changed and get organised. Okay, so we're ready to go. GPS is set, and I'll turn the camera around, see where we're starting, and off we go. A nice steady start, building up the heart rate. Once I get to 130, I'll just keep it at that then, and steady away. So, one of the benefits of running out in the wild, you get to see views like this. See for miles and miles and miles and miles. Say, it's all worthwhile. We've got a nice downhill section coming up now. My watch seems to be going on pause and resume and all sorts of stuff, but so here we go, downhill once again. Now I don't know about anybody else, but hills can be tough, but they're all part of parcel training, but I quite find downhill is quite difficult at times, especially if they're steep, so I try to keep my balance and my form, etc. As you can see, this isn't too bad so far. It's nice and steady. My heart rate is quite low. I think it's going to be one of those runs today where it's just, well, a lot of stopping and starting, and the rate, my pace is going to be pretty low. Right, here we go. Flattening off now, and I've done a mile and a quarter already. It's been pretty easy so far, but as you can tell, we're going downhill, which means we're going to have to go back uphill shortly. So I shall carry on a little bit further up the road. So we're on to the first little climb of the run. I'm going to have to do tiny little steps to maintain the 130. So be very, very slow, be at walking pace. But that's it, you see, you've got to keep that heart rate at the right level. You've just got to slow it down, that's it. If it means having to walk, you have to walk. That's it, it's worth it in the end. So, we shall continue. Right guys, so 3 miles in, feeling a bit jaded, struggling to keep the heart rate low. Last night I did 12 miles, felt tired. Wasn't a struggle as such, but harder work than it should. So I think today is going to be very, very slow. But hey, it doesn't matter, does it? Outside in the fresh air, enjoying it. There's a bit of a cool breeze blowing, which is nice. The sun's trying to come out. I'm just going to plod on, try and keep to 130 if I can. If it means walking, well, there's no harm in that. Okay guys, I'm about 4.5 miles in. Like I said, struggling to keep my heart rate down. It's not hot or windy or anything. So in regards to that, one thing that's very important is sleep. It's no coincidence that yesterday and today I've had a bit of a struggle. Well, to keep my heart rate down, and that's mainly due because the sleep's been very poor. It's funny, really good on Wednesday, slept really well the night before and ran really well, so very important. Try and get a good night's sleep. I'd say about 7 hours is good. I'm not a big sleeper, so 7 hours for me is brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, try and monitor that, get your sleep well, and it does really make a difference. Right, so heart rate settled down a little bit now. I think I mentioned in another video that it sometimes takes me about 6 miles for it to settle down properly, get into the rhythm. I'm about 5.8 at the moment. Yeah, so with regards to the heart rate and pace, if you can run 7 minute miles, 8 minute miles, don't worry about your pace at all. It's all about the heart rate. That's so important. I need a toilet now as well. One thing about running outside in the country, there's always somewhere to go, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so had a couple of jelly babies. They seem to settle down a bit. It does take me a while to settle, and the sun's trying to come out. It's getting a bit warmer. I've noticed though that when we're on the tops, there always seems to be a breeze no matter what, and it's kind of cooling. So let's crack on, see how far we get. Right guys, approaching 9 miles. So far it's been a lot of uphill. But one thing is, with uphills afterwards come downhills, and we're getting pretty high now. I'm still feeling alright. Heart rate is a bit up and down, but it's not too bad. And of course, we'll be rewarded with lots of stunning views everywhere. So I'm going to do another half a mile or so uphill, and then turn around, come all the way back, and there we go. See, beautiful. So lucky to have all this greenery in our country. This is what running is all about. Let's just look at this. Can't find this anywhere else. Woohoo! Yeah, enjoy this run. I'm on a downhill bit now. Been down for quite a while. Got my breath back, feeling good. Fast a mile, but I'm just trotting. I'm not even looking at my heart rate at the moment. just taking it all in, all the lovely scenery. Not sure which way to go, but we'll follow downhill, see where we go. Yeah, it's all looking lovely. And even the sun is making a good appearance. It's just everything just great. I won't be saying that though at the other side, because I think I drop into a valley and I'll be going up a big steep hill. It could be a bit of walking then, I think. I think my heart rate's only, what, 117, so there's no effort at all, and I'm just lucky to see all this around me. There we go. See where we're at when we get to the next hill. Right, so I enjoyed the downhill bit. Now it's a lot of steep hills because I dropped right down into a valley. But I'm just going to enjoy it. If I have to walk, I probably will, because it's very steep. But yeah, I'm just thinking about the mental side of things. I mean, it's great to be physically fit, etc. But if you're not mentally so, it can be difficult. Like going to the steep hills and thinking, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yeah, you just need to get your mindset right, and you can do it, you can do anything. You know, and when you look around now, I mean, taking all this scenery, whatever you do for a job, if you sat at a desk all day, get out there, enjoy it. If you have to walk every step, it doesn't matter. Get out there, enjoy it, get the fresh air. I mean, I'm quite lucky that I work outside all day. It's been really good these last 2 weeks with not being a drop of rain, and it's been fantastic. But I say, whatever you do, if you're just starting, if you've been running for wherever 20 years, you know what I mean. It's just worthwhile, just making that effort. Just, you know, when you mentally you find it tiring, just think of all the good times, think of all the things that make you laugh, you know, and just think about what you have around you, you know, and just enjoy it. That's the most important thing. I'm going to have a gel now, and then I shall tackle these hills. There could be the very, very slow ones, a lot of walking, I think. I just wanted to point out the hill. This is the one that I just trotted up. Yeah, it was hard work. I could go this way, but that only leads back downhill again, and even bigger hills to go up. So I'm going to have a nice little trot first, and then it'll be walking the top end to go up here. But no doubt there'll be some lovely views as a reward. Let's go. Phew! Managed to get halfway up. Let's see. Alright, it's getting a bit high, but there's still a fair bit more to tackle, as you can see, and it gets even steeper. So I think it's a case of hands on knees and a bit of power walking up there. So I made it. Phew, that was tough going, but the reward is this. And if you look right down in the valley, there's a white farm, and that's where I came up from. So yeah, it's been a bit of an effort, but still got some climbing to do. It levels off a little bit now, so yeah, nice and steady. See how we go. It's getting a bit warmer now too, but all is good. And yet more hills. Yeah, I think we'll take a bit of walking, taking it easy. Legs are a bit tired now, all these hills. Been right up on my toes, try to keep it going. But no, who cares? Let's just enjoy this. That's what I'm going to do. Just typical. The wind's picked up now. Just as I were going up the hills again. Anyway, it's all good. Like I say, it's just beautiful to be out here. Sun's shining, grass is green, trees growing, and there's a giant windmill blowing. All good. So it's half marathon distance done. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But hey, who cares? I'm having fun. I lost one of the bridges off my glasses when I cleaned the swap for them. Now they're leaning to one side, but you know, who cares? I'm having fun. Hey, I don't even know where I am, but this road must lead to another road, and you know, I get home eventually. Don't know what time that will be. It's a nice cooling breeze going now because it's sun's come up, it's been up ages obviously, it's come out I should say, and yeah, it's nice, it's just great. And there's wildlife everywhere running across my path, fantastic. I'm on a road to nowhere, something else. Yep, I'm hoping this leads to another road somewhere. The wind's blowing a bit, so I don't know if you can hear me properly, but you know, it's all good. I think I'm running, I don't know what it is. It's hard on my feet. Been no rain for I don't know how long. Yeah, a bit dry and dusty. But hey, we're having fun. Right, this appears to be Rochdale Road. I don't think I'm going to Rochdale, obviously, because that's going to be somewhere over them hills. I'm definitely not going that direction. I'm going in that direction. I think this could well be the last climb, and then it'll be downhill all the way back to the car, and we're at let me see, 14.2 miles. So I'll see you in a little while. Right guys, that's it, I'm done, back at the car. Yeah, I abandoned it, well not abandoned, I decided 17 miles, that's probably enough. I wanted to do about 20, but you know what it is, sometimes you do a run and it doesn't quite feel right, and that today was one of those days. Found it difficult to keep my heart rate down. Like I say, it could have been because I'm really tired, I don't know, but one thing I wanted to ask is, anyway out there who's had the jab, has it affected them long term? Because I've been sort of looking at my training record. I was starting to pick up speed really well, had my jab, and yeah, I've not been quite the same since. I don't know if there's long term effects or what, but not making excuses. But yeah, just one thing I wanted to explore. What I am going to do though, the next 7 days, experiment with some fruit and veg. Well, the experiment doesn't quite sound right, does it? I'm going to try a week's worth of dieting of just fruit and veg, drinking water and milk with like the protein mixing, and see if that affects me anyway, if I feel lighter, because I am starting to feel a bit sluggish. It might be, I don't know, my diet's not being so good, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for watching. This was like lots of little videos, and my new technical director, my daughter Ella, who's 12, knows much more about technology than I do, is going to put all this together, and hopefully it'll look a lot more professional than I've been able to do so far. Oh, and if anybody has a GoPro out there that I don't want, or want to sell it for 0.0 pence, please send it this way. Try to save up for one, but having got back to work not so long ago, it's finances tight, etc. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Nice to be outside again, and please keep subscribing, pass the word, and remember, as always, you're never too old.